एम्बुलेंस दूसरे साइड से है, तो आज यहाँ पे शायद ओपनिंग के लिए अभिजीत तोमार और दूसरे तरफ बाबा इंद्रजीत। यूर राइट अचिन, जो आपने कहा पहले मैच में बहुत ही हाई स्कोरिंग था, क्योंकि we saw we didn't have a lot of our main squad bowlers till then. A lot of our boys were in quarantine. Jaise Mohammad Nabi, Sunil Narayan, all these boys have freshly come out of quarantine and they'll be raring to go. They have got a little bit of practice session behind them, but then this is a practice match. So all set for the first ball. Let's see how that goes. Rasik to Abhijit.
We saw Brendan McCullum calling it as like a New Zealand wicket with a little bit of green, extra bounce. It is something that our boys will enjoy playing on.
Absolutely. We saw even in the last game that we played here, the conditions have been great in that sense. Obviously, people getting used to the Mumbai and Maharashtra conditions because इस बार, even though we obviously miss playing in Eden Gardens, हमारे सारे matches इस बार जैसे आप सबको पता है will be happening around here in Maharashtra, mostly in Mumbai and some games in Pune as well. तो उस हिसाब से our boys have been training well. They are getting used to the conditions. Obviously, they're generally used to the conditions because all these guys play a lot of domestic cricket as well. जैसे कि कल के आज हमने एक वीडियो लगाया था जहाँ पे उमेश यादव was telling someone that they had a practice session here before India played New Zealand. So it's familiar territory for all our domestic boys.
It is indeed, and good thing is that Abhishek Nair, who is the coach of KKR Academy, operates out of Mumbai for most of the time. So most of our boys have played on these surfaces a lot, and all the Maharashtra surfaces have this unique tendency of being made out of red soil, which always has a little bit of extra bounce. So getting used to it is very important, and all these practice games really help in that endeavor.
Absolutely. Even before the bubble began, which was on the 10th of this month, हमारे बहुत सारे domestic boys who were not playing in other tournaments came early into the KKR Academy. जैसे कि आप लोग सबको पता है कि बहुत काफ़ी सालों से 2-3-4 सालों से अभी हम लोग KKR Academy में जो एक practice रहा है कि like getting the boys here even in the off season and giving them the practice, giving them like assistance not just for the IPL but for their overall development of cricket around the year. So the boys were practicing with Abhishek Nair, Omkar Salvi, all the local, some great throwdown specialists as well who are with us as well, some net bowlers helping them out. So it's been very good, the preparations, and we're all set for what's going to be a crazy first match. पता है अब बहुत सारे लोग इसके लिए वेट कर रहे हैं. The প্রথম ম্যাচ আমাদের যেটা চেন্নাই সুপার কিংসের এগেনস্ট, খুবই একটা অ্যান্টিসিপেটেড ম্যাচ এই বছরের জন্যে. It's going to be a great one. Apart from the opening match, of course, we have quite a few games coming up in the next 1 or 2 weeks, which are going to be in front of a crowd, most probably, which is yet to be confirmed exactly how many, but we are really looking forward to having the fans back. Nice one. Good fielding there by Venkatesh Iyer.
Pretty decent over from Rasik here.
Rasik has been bowling well. Obviously, a youngster who a lot of people have been talking about ever since we picked him up in the auction. Very exciting, bowls fast, has a good head on his shoulders, and obviously under the coaching of someone like a Bharat Arun, who's so experienced and has worked with such great bowlers around, and it's just going to be a fantastic experience for him for sure. Nice one. Achint Abhijit Tomar, another youngster. Mavi, Anukul Roy, Varun Chakravarti and Umesh Yadav. So that's team gold. And the other team, or rather that's the team purple, and team gold is captained by, of course, Shreyas Iyer. With him, he has Venkatesh Iyer, Ajinkya Rahane, Nitish Rana, Sam Billings. Andre Russell, will have to wait and see if he's part of this game. His name is on the list, but we'll have to find out soon. Pratham Singh, Ramesh Kumar, Ashok Sharma, Rasik Salam, and of course the 11th person helping them out is a net bowler. So these are the two teams. Apart from this, I can see a lot of questions asking when are the rest of the players going to join us. Of course, we have Tim Southey, we have Aaron Finch, Pat Cummins, all of them joining us very soon. But जैसे कि आप लोगों को पता है, कुछ लोग अभी international tournaments में भी खेल रहे हैं. And once they finish with that, they'll come here, finish the quarantine, and in due course join us at training, and of course then be available for selection for the matches.
Meanwhile, riveting contest already on between Rasik and Abhijit Tomar, and now Baba Indrajit. Good shot for 2 runs.
Another very interesting factor is going to be the dew this time, Achin, because we're back in Indian conditions in Mumbai. We saw in the first game as well, by the time the second innings was on, there was a considerable high amount of dew, and that obviously plays a part in the IPL as well, because IPL के matches भी इसी time पे होंगे mostly. Obviously there are afternoon games, but most of the games are going to be evening games around this same time.
इसलिए इम्पोर्टेंट है कि आप जितना अच्छा मैच सिमुलेशन उन कंडीशंस में करें. और आज हम पिछले मैच में भी देखा हमने इसी टाइम 7 बजे मैच शुरू हुआ और आज भी 7 बजे मैच शुरू हुआ. तो सिमिलर कंडीशंस. IPL का मैच 7:30 बजे शुरू होगा, बट सिमिलर कंडीशंस. Weather is pretty nice though.
Yes. You generally expect it to be very humid in this part of the country. It is during the day, it's pretty hot and humid, but then luckily evening, and especially in this ground, maybe because we are surrounded by quite a few buildings here in BKC, don't really feel much of the heat here in the evening sessions as much. But up in the air, will that be a catch? Oh, right. So caught by Venkatesh Iyer there. That will be the end of Abhijit Tomar's innings for today.
Took a leading edge. He was trying to play it over mid-on, but took a leading edge and it went straight towards covers.
जैसे कि हम आज बात कर रहे थे, we obviously have a lot of our bowlers back, so both sides are much stronger in the bowling unit as well. Probably wasn't the case in the first practice session. तो इसीलिए आप लोग देख रहे हैं जो हमारे प्लेयर्स हैं अभी दोनों तरफ से, बैटिंग बॉलिंग दोनों तरफ से, it's very strong. So Abhijit, who played a very good knock in the first practice match, doesn't get to score much today, but that's not a problem. It's a practice match, of course, and as much as we love to see our batsmen or the batters score runs, we also love to see our bowlers getting their tricks in place, and very, very interesting it's going to be. Apart from all the boys who have been seen in training today, आज एक बहुत ही exciting एक चीज़ है, हमारे साथ है अनुकुल रॉय, जो अभी खेल रहे थे डोमेस्टिक क्रिकेट, अभी उसके बाद आए हैं बाहर क्वारंटीन से. आज पहली बार उनको हम देखेंगे in action.
I'm sure all our fans are looking forward to watch him in action. He is a phenomenal talent who has been around the circuit for a while now. Now to be in the purple and gold, it's a big induction for him. So
yes, Anukul being part of the same batch of the under-19 champion side, India side, which Shivam Mavi was obviously a part of as well. They've been teammates before. इससे पहले जैसे कि आप लोगों ने देखा पिछले कुछ seasons में. Fantastic delivery there from Rasik once again. Good start from young man. We've seen 2 good overs from him. All right, that's a bold move. Rasik is in to bowl his 3rd over.
known for his line and length and a little bit of swing and seam movement. It is always better if a bowler like Rasik actually bowls 3 overs in the power play if you haven't gone for a lot of runs. and he did pick up a wicket in the last over of the last ball of the last over.
Cut away, well fielded by Pratham Singh over there.
Rustic to Baba. Oh, that's a good slower ball. Well read as well. Yet another diving stop by Pratham. Good variation from Rasikdar here there.
Slight adjustment in the field. We have one more over after this in the power play. Oh, flicked that away. One bounce and boundary. It's too far from Pratham Singh for him to catch onto that.
6 followed by a boundary for Rinku Singh there.
Rinku
Man
has
in form.
looked, yes, absolutely man in form, because he's looked in great touch from day one as well. He's had a good domestic season as well, and he's always been someone who has looked very impressive. It's just about the opportunities, like the coaches have been telling him and everyone has been saying. Once he gets the opportunity, he has to grab them with both hands.
Fans will remember that Rinku brings an extra set of talent with himself, which comes while he is in the field. Perhaps one of the most lightning quick fielders that KKR has had in the last few years. It's an added bonus whenever he is in the squad.
Rosick running in once again. Whoa! Bit of an appeal, but sounded like there was a bit of an inside edge there. So Rosick finishes his third over.